Baltimore Ravens. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
You ready? Hey! Report! Let him go!
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Flowers. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Here's 3rd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. Still leaves him with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head and making a decision, and you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Wow, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
Let's go now. Hurry!
A man coming off a great rookie year, it's Dameon Pierce. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. He'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. Well, today, of course, not just the start of the new campaign. It's the debut of DeMeco Ryans as the Houston head coach. Now, we saw him plenty with the 49ers, what he was able to do with that defense. Charles, what do you think he brings to the table for these Texans?
He brings football intelligence. He brings enthusiasm. He brings creativity. This guy wanted to be the head coach of the Houston Texans, twice a Pro Bowler with them in the NFL. He's come home, Now he wants to finish what he started as a player as a head coach. Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Stroud off the play fake. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Stroud. Got his man, Dell. Shifts by him at the 25. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 21. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. In motion right, that's Collins. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and it's now 3-0 Texans. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But the 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coach to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, well, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something, when you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear, or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Just have that back.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson, options out left. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Jackson. Throw caught by Achane. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 42 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Texans can go for first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Texans.
Play action. Stroud now. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The end result, 21 yards. A nice completion there for the first down. Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
At the 47-yard line.
Let's go now.
They go again with Pierce. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Got it. Ready?
Here's 2nd and 10. Singletary going to get the handoff.
Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Now Stroud. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right?
No.
Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Here's Achane to start the drive. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. A run straight ahead with Achane. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Now it's Jackson.
That is caught. And he will have a Ravens 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
On second down, here's Pierce.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Third and 9 here. Play action. Here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Stroud looking to throw.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
We got to scramble.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And this will be our first chance in the new season to see the new fair catch rule for 2023. And this will come out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Texans first down.
Here's Stroud.
Throw here's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Pierce with a motivated run there, and no surprise he's motivated this season after a late injury robbed him of a 1,000-yard campaign last year and potentially the Rookie of the Year. Even still, the 4th-round pick outplayed his slot with over 900 yards in 13 games.
First down, they go right back to Pierce.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Stroud's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Pierce now up the middle.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Give to Pierce.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2.
Check it.
They'll try and run it here. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, and what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
No, we changed it.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
In motion right, that's Collins. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you get success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Collins. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
This is brought in at the 21. Touchdown. What a run. 79 yards on the punt return.
And the Ravens have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd.
And that jumps the excitement level up a few notches, doesn't it? What a big-time punt return for a touchdown. Now their cohorts on the special team side, they've got to add the PAT.
That would be the equalizer. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7. And Stroud now to throw. That's complete to Dell. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Dell making a nice grab there, and he is so good at separating from defenders. Takes a special type of corner to be able to stay in his pocket for long. Give him a couple of seconds, and he'll find a way to get open.
1st and 10, it's Stroud.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
There's a reason it's our linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. A handoff on the option to Singletary.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
The slot man in motion right.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Oh, and this one, he may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Hand off left side, Pierce.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So a big one coming here for Kaimi Fairbairn. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so.
But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. Once again, it's Mitchell. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And a loose football, and the Texans scoop it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get through it and protect the ball. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Okay, ready?
Now a handoff for Pierce. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Here's Cameron Johnston now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. Fielded just inside the 20. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Here's 2nd down. Jackson.
He's going to let it fly.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will tie things at 17-all. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a first down.
They'll run it here. It's Pierce. He'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
Well, second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So third down coming up. But Charles, I guess a question for me, where does 4-down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you've got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
Throwing now is Stroud.
It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Yeah. Run it back, 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 run it back. Lost everything I ever wanted, want it back. Got a problem, never run from that. Have fun with that. Get the W, then double back. That. Shit. Watch how I react. Fight back, stay down. Now we taking on, got the flight.